Hey everybody and welcome, my name is Terrorconn and today we're going to be looking at the Humble Daedalic bundle. This bundle is available until the 18th or 19th of June depending on where you are in the world. If you can't get your hands on the bundle in time, you can pick up the individual games on the Humble store or at other digital outlets. Also available is a free Humble exclusive game. Keys are limited on this one, so put your email address in and if you're lucky, you might land yourself this freebie. First, we're going to check out Memoria. Memoria was released in 2013 as a point-and-click adventure game.
What did you do?
I flexed my heroic antagastrian muscles.
And broke a glass bottle. I'm impressed.
You can make your own decisions in Memoria, and sometimes they can make for entertaining outcomes.
You like riddles, Garon, don't you?
No, I can't stand riddles.
I see. Garon, I must ask you to leave.
But
If you don't like riddles, you have no business here. Believe me, it's better for all of us.
what a waste of time.
Likewise.
If you struggle with the game offers a hint section in the map screen, or by using the middle mouse button, it'll highlight interactive items in the environment without telling you what to do with them, leaving the problem solving up to you. If you ever played the Monkey Island series, you'll find a similar feel in Memoria. The game is completely voice acted, and players are expected to explore the environment for items that they can use or combine to continue their adventure. The combination of witty humour and nice artwork make the game a pleasant experience, one I'm looking forward to playing again.
Let there be eternal darkness.
Eternal darkness. You can turn them on again any time.
Mistress, I know I'm no poet, but please, leave my flowery language alone.
Next, we're going to be looking at Caravan. Caravan is a trading game that was released on the 30th of September 2016. It has random encounters in the game that can be good, like meeting a merchant desperate to sell you an item, or to sell you an animal that you can add to your caravan so you can transport more goods. Or you can come across bad encounters, such as having to fight feral monsters, or bandits, or just having to battle nasty weather conditions. As the game is based in the desert, it has an included water consumption system. This is just another factor to consider when you go adventuring. Make sure you've got sufficient water for the trip, as well as inventory spaces for those items that you might get during random encounters. The game also features a leveling system, based off traditional EXP systems found in other games. You'll gain experience points from encounters and from completing quests. Combat in Caravan was quite unique. The system was a little tricky to understand at first. It was described in the tutorials as a rock, paper, scissors style dice combat system. Tricky at first to learn, but it was nice to see them trying a different approach to combat. As Caravan is a trading game, you can also ignore quests and missions for the most part, and learn what towns are looking for particular items. You can then spend your time transporting these items back and forth between the towns, trading them with marketing vendors to make your fortune. Next, we're going to be looking at Deponia, The Complete Journey. Deponia was originally released in 2012 and was later bundled in 2014 with Chaos of Deponia and Goodbye Deponia to make Deponia The Complete Journey. This excluded the new sequel Deponia Doomsday. Deponia is a point-and-click adventure game like Memoria and has won an incredible 28 awards for its series.
Another note from Tony. What's she complaining about now? Will you please clean the bathroom for once? Yeah, right, in her dreams.
The game is loaded with witty and amusing humour and presents with an interesting art style. The middle mouse button hint assist is used in Deponia, and the game also has a to-do list to help players through their current task. All characters are voiced at first appearance, and the game has some in-game commentary. This has some funny and amusing moments, like a conversation between the creators of Deponia and the main character in the game.
Well, first things first, I've known Kerry for quite some time. We're kind of friends. And I think he's okay with me saying this. In fact, personally, I'm very fond of him. We've been through a lot. We got to know each other when I returned from Algeria. I had some bad luck there. I don't want to go into it. And then we both rode that train in Switzerland. And again, don't want to go into that. But is he the right choice for the role? Yeah, he's great. I don't want to comment any further.
Also in this bundle is Deponia Doomsday. This was released on the 1st of March 2016 and continues to build on the adventures of Rufus. With a great new story in the 4th installment in the series, there are no major changes to the gameplay in the first impression. However, certain actions did require extra player interaction, like kicking a clamp open, which required spamming the left mouse click, or cutting a couple of deadbolts, which required the player to use their mouse to cut the deadbolts within a certain amount of time. I didn't get a chance to find out if that level of interaction was in the original game or not, as I only had a chance to play a little of it for this review, but regardless, it was a nice addition to the game. Next, we're going to be looking at Anna's Quest. Anna's Quest was released on the 5th of July 2015 and continues to stick with the point-and-click adventure-styled gameplay. It also feels a lot different from the previous Memoria and Deponia. The parts I did play had a childish and more serious feel to it from the previous games. In this game, you play as a young girl named Anna, who lives with her granddad. After he falls ill, you venture out to find help, but instead get captured by an evil witch, which locks you in a tower, where she puts you through experiments to unlock your telekinetic powers. Anna's Quest was a little less helpful from the previous games, still offering the middle mouse button help feature, but not offering any hints or to-do lists to give you any kind of direction in the game. However, Anna's Quest does feel a little more friendly for younger audiences, but still provides some good problem solving and puzzles for people of all ages. Next, we're going to be looking at Witch It. Witch It was released on the 1st of June 2017 and takes a change from the traditional point-and-click adventure games to venture online with what is described as a multiplayer online game of hide and seek. In this game, you either play as a villager or a witch. As a villager, your job is to find the hidden witches and throw potatoes at them until they're knocked out. Villagers will go around throwing chickens and potatoes at random items to test to see if they are a witch. As a witch, it's your job to hide from the village people by turning yourself into different items or objects found around the map. While you are an item, you can still move around, but be mindful, if you are seen, the chances of escaping a villager aren't very high unless you use your magic to slow them down. The game offers a customization section for your villager or your witch. These items are obtained by leveling up or by crafting random recipes in the witch's cauldron. Unfortunately, Witcher is only online, and at a quick glance at the server list, there didn't seem to be more than 50 people playing at any given time. However, the game is still in early access, so maybe that might change. Next, we're going to be looking at Silence. Silence was released on the 15th of November 2016 and heads back to the point-and-click adventure genre. Like previous games, if you're feeling a little stuck, you can use the middle mouse button still to provide you with hints of items that you can interact with in the current scene. In some cases, when you pick up an item, you'll see a shadowed outline of it somewhere in the scene. This lets you know that you should use that item in that area. Also, it will give you a symbol to let you know what item you're trying to find. For example, if your character is looking for a crown, your mouse cursor will change to the shape of a crown to help you remember what you're looking for. This game has a beautiful soundtrack, artwork, and character design, with voices appropriately matching its individual characters that you meet throughout your journey.
Hey, why did you take off that fast?
What took you so long?
Where's Reenie?
We'll meet her after I blow up this bridge.
After you what? Do you have a death wish? Did you kill Reenie?
Nonsense! I'm Kyra, leader of the rebels.
Playing as two characters in this adventure game, your quest is to bring Reenie and her brother Noah back together after they get separated during a bombing attack on their village. Along with its beauty, Silence has a grasping storyline, making it hard to put down. I'll definitely be coming back to this one, and it's easily one of my favourite games from this bundle. Next, we're going to be looking at Shadow Tactics. Shadow Tactics was released on the 6th of December 2016. This was a game that I was looking forward to when it first got announced. Shadow Tactics is a stealth-orientated, real-time tactics game. Similar to the original Commando series, where you control a handful of different characters with different abilities and weapons, using them to help you complete your objective. Using a combination of stealth tactics, problem solving, fast reaction speeds, planning and coordinating, watching enemy movements and vision areas, and even having to hide enemy corpses to prevent raising alarms, Shadow Tactics constantly has you in think mode. Boasting another impressive list of awards at 21, this game is worth all the hype it got and all the awards it achieved. Easily another one of my favourite in this bundle. Next, we're going to be looking at The Long Journey Home. The Long Journey Home was released on the 30th of May 2017. In this game, you're in charge of a small group of people that are stranded far from Earth due to issues with the warp drive on your ship. Your objective in this game is to make your way back to Earth while meeting challenges along the way. At the start of the game, you get to pick 4 crew members that you'd like to take on your adventure, as well as selecting your ship and lander. These both have strengths and weaknesses. At the start of the game, the universe will be randomly generated based on a phrase that you enter. Along the way you'll meet alien races which you can trade goods to and do missions for to build reputation. You can easily make friends or enemies based on actions that you'll do, like gaining reputation for completing quests or losing it by harvesting materials from their home planets. There are a couple of different scenarios in which you'll need to take control of your ship or your lander, whether it be navigating an asteroid or scrap field, using a combination of thrust and trajectory to get into orbit around a planet, navigate your ship into position for a broadside strike against enemies, or simply controlling your lander so you can take to the surface of a planet to harvest and investigate the area. On top of maintaining relationships and focusing on getting home, you need to manage your crew members getting injured, and collecting resources to keep your ship repaired and refueled. Crew members with different abilities seem to have some effect when it comes to items. For example, a researcher will be able to use an alien object to learn more about it, but an engineer won't be able to do anything with it at all. Next, we're going to be looking at Bounty Train. Bounty Train was released on the 25th of August 2015 and is a trading game. In this game, your main gameplay will be to deliver goods between towns based on supply and demand. You can also buy additional carriages after a certain point in the game. This will allow you to carry more passengers and more goods. As well as buying additional carriages, as time goes on, new engines will be released with faster and higher pulling capacity. Keep in mind that this will also increase your coal consumption. Each town has timed missions to either deliver items to another town or to track down items and bring them back. These quests require that you have a certain reputation, and upon completion will increase your rep, allowing you to get more quests. In Bounty Train there is also a combat system. Sometimes a bandit might try to hold the train up. This engages in a minigame, where you have to operate the train as well as stop and shoot at the bandits. After some time, the bandits will board the train and engage in hand-to-hand combat. For combat and completing main story quests and timed objectives, you will also gain experience points to level up. When you level up, you can select skills to enhance your character's ranged attacks, evasion, or melee attacks. There is also a manual train mode that you'll encounter from time to time. This requires that you feed coal to your engine to get the train moving, brake when needed, release steam when needed, as well as slow down to take corners successfully. Thanks everybody for watching. If you're interested in getting this bundle or just having a look at what else is available on the Humble website, you'll find my affiliated links in the description. By using my links to purchase items on the Humble site, you're showing support for the work I'm doing, and it lets me know that you guys want to keep seeing the content that I'm making. I've also started a Facebook page as well, so feel free to like and follow us there. I'll be putting a link in the description. We'll be posting on that page when a new video is out, as well as posting other bits and pieces related to the channel. It's also going to be a great way for us later on to select members of the community to join us for some of our videos. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, have a good one.